Hi, this is Daniel Nugent, painter and decorator. So this week I've got this lovely room to do, bedroom. But the only problem was the lining paper on these two sort of walls here, these outer walls, was all loose. So as I pulled the lining paper off, it kind of like pulled half the wall off with it. So as you can see, it's been kind of like, obviously someone's had a go at it before and lined it. But as I say, it's stuck to the lining paper, it's gone back to the bare brick. Unreal. So yeah, real deep holes. So what I'm going to do first, it's just one of them things, I can't get a plaster out because it's near Christmas, so I've got to deal with it myself. So I can get PVA solution on it first. Let that go off, and then I bought this. So this is an undercoat plaster by Thistle from their repair range. I actually got this in wicks, quite a nice big bag. Got a tub for mixing in with, and then I've got a hawk and a trowel, like a plasterer's hawk and trowel. So I'm gonna have to put this undercoat plaster on first, let it dry, then I'm gonna skim it with just normal Easyfill. Right, here we go. So right, as I said, the first thing is PVA it, so I've got a fan heater on it. That's all going off, as you can see now. That's like a glue. Mix it with a little bit of water, and that's going to hold it all, kind of all that sort of horrible, crumbly, dusty. You just cannot fill over that. You have to PVA it first. Now, it's gone back to the bare brick, so I wanted to look outside to see exactly what's causing this problem. And I can see up there, that drain pipe is absolutely clogged. So it's probably, when it rains, it runs down the wall and then soaks right in, because I take it these are solid walls, I haven't got a cavity. But if you look at that joint there, someone's had a go at cementing that. So I think there's a lot of water running down this wall and then just soaking right in and throwing off the old plaster. So yeah, I'm going to let that dry and then crack on with putting this undercoat plaster on my Thistle. And it's like a brown in colour, and it also dries to a gritty finish to get that key for the top coat of whatever you want to use. I've just got Easyfill 20, so you can use that or you can use proper finishing plaster, but I'm not a plasterer, so, and I've got to deal with this today basically. Right, okay, here we go. So folks, what I've done, I filled that first hole. So basically mixed up this all undercoat plaster, but it's basically bonding, and then I brushed it off because I don't want to fill it too proud. I want it to sort of sink in slightly so I can put my Easyfill over it, sand it down with the Mirka, and then we'll get a nice finish. So, you know, I think roughly this will probably take a couple of hours to go off, so I'm just going to do these bigger areas now. It looks daunting, but don't panic. Remember, there's always a solution, so never panic. And as I say, at this short notice, no way am I getting a plasterer. No way. You know what I mean? So, yeah, got to deal with it myself. Just get over it, get cracking. And I've already spoken to someone who could do all the gutters and clear them out and check all the gutter seals and stuff outside, because there's no point in doing this if the problem is still outside. So you've got to always remember there's a reason why things go damp, and always have a look round and try and remedy it as well. Okay, here we go. So that's it all bonded, folks, and as I say, I've brushed around the edges just to smooth it all off, and then I can fill it a bit better now when it's dry. So hopefully a couple of hours this will be dry, and then I'm going to Easyfill over it, a couple of skims of Easyfill, go over the whole lot of this wall because it looks pretty rough. And then we'll see the old result. So what I might do is, as well, maybe line these walls again, because the rest of the room's lining paper. So, as you can see in here, I've stripped it all off. And look at that, jeez, just pulled all that off with it. And this horrible stuff, it's just that crumbly, horrible old plaster. So, yeah, I might just line this facing and that facing as well. And then we're ready to decorate. Right folks, so this has gone solid. almost there. So where it's lighter, that's actually where it's still a bit wet. Where it's darker, it's dried out. But this bit's dry, but as you can see now, I'm starting to use Easyfill 20. So I've got some on a corking board like this, so literally just skim over like that, skim it on. Like that. So basically afterwards I'll use a Mirka sanding system, get all this rubbed down nice and smooth, PVA the wall, and then hang some lining paper, probably just a grade 1000 really. The wall's pretty straight, but safe apart from these big holes from earlier on. But what I've shown you already, as I say, if you just keep some of that on board, that the actual undercoat in plaster, so the bonding coat by Thistle, just in case you get caught out like I did. But that's the worst case now. Look, it's all the same day, it's drying out, and then I can start skimming over it now. So tomorrow I'll rub that down, get the lining on, and then start painting the room, you know. So yeah, I'll show you it when it's all kind of done. So there we go, folks, that's all skimmed now with Easyfill. So that's all done in a day. You saw what it was like this morning, horrendous, but didn't panic, just quickly shot out, got some bonding plaster and got on with the job. So by tomorrow now I can rub that down and get it lined. So with the Easyfill 20, I've got 3 different size corking boards here. So these are Axis, which are a brilliant make, very sturdy, very strong. So we've got the small, medium and the extra large, it's you know, 13 inch. So it's just for like the bigger areas, you know, when you're sort of skimming like larger areas. Great tool. So yeah, I'll rub it down tomorrow now and line it, and we'll go from there. Right, so this is all rubbed down nice and flat now with the Mirka sander. So that's nice and smooth, lovely smooth wall. So next thing I'm going to do is PVA this, and then I'm going to hang lining paper, grade 1000, just from that edge to this way. And then I'll put a bit of fine surface filler on this edge down here, and then mould it in, because the corners are out, it's an old house. So that's the next stage. So it's all lovely, done and dusted, rubbed down, panic over, you know. So yeah, once this is lined, you'll see a massive difference. Right, so I've PVA'd the wall and I'm hanging the lining paper. So I've put my first bit here on this corner, but kept it shy of this edge because this edge is all over the place. It's rounded, it's just, it goes like that. So what I'm going to do is, once it's dry, fine surface filler along this edge, rub it down, then it will blend in nice once painted. So as you can see, we're looking great already. Right, so there we have it, it's all been lined. Don't worry about things like this, because a bit of fine surface filler will deal with that. As you can see, the corner is well out. I don't go round corners when I line, because you get things like this happening. This was like really saggy, so I've cut it off. I'm going to fine surface that. Let's show you the problem area over here. So as you can see, it's all lined, all nice now. So yes, that was bare brickwork around here, wasn't it? So yeah, let that dry, get a coat on it later, and then fine surface it up after I've given it one coat. Right, so folks, I've just rolled a coat over it all. So you remember how it was yesterday, and now look today. Lovely, like it's been newly plastered. Now I'm just along this joint here, as you can see, putting in fine surface filler. So I'm using the Red Devil one time, and just going to fill up all these sort of like, kind of like imperfections, and then tomorrow rub that down, that'll blend in nice and finish these walls. Right then folks, so it's the next day, the next morning, and as you can see, all this fine surface filler on here. Got one of these spongy sand pads, excellent for lightweight fillers. So I'm just going to run that down each side, smooth that in. So what we're doing is we're roughly getting the shape now of this corner without any kind of paper sagging, and you know, because when people go right round, obviously you have to do it with wallpaper, but when you're lining, it's best to just go up to the corner and then do what I'm doing, because this corner is like, I mean, these are old Victorian houses, way out, and obviously over the years the plaster's crumbled, etc. So you've got a nice lovely edge there that's not going to like rip or tear. Okay, so but basically, yeah, I'm just cutting in now, but you get the general gist of the wall, how it looked 2 days ago and how it looks now, and obviously the rest of the room, just getting through it now. It's a fairly big room, so yeah, that's basically it. And as I say, if you ever come across things like this, just try not to sort of like panic about it. Just like always think of a solution short term that you can like nip out, go and get some material and do it yourself. I didn't ask for any extra on this because I knew there was an issue anyway, but I didn't think it was that bad. I thought it'd just be a bit of damp behind the lining paper was falling off, but as I pulled it off, it pulled half the wall out. So you've always got to factor that in. I just didn't want to charge them extra because, you know, I don't like doing that. A price is a price to me. So yeah, I had to deal with it, but it looks great. I'm really pleased. I've got a guy coming next week that I know, a handyman, to sort out all the gutterings and stuff, because it could be like just clogged or they could be leaking, but he's going to sort all that out and repair the gutterings. So happy days. We've got no rain between now and when he's coming, so this should be remedied forever now. So yeah, there was as I say, a problem on that wall and that wall over there, but all sorted now, all looking lovely. So thanks for watching. Please subscribe to my channel for more hints, tips on painting and decorating, and reviews on products as well. And yeah, Merry Christmas everyone.